I am doing this on impulse. I actually thought about updating. Well, first of all, hey everybody, remember me? um, I actually thought about making an update a couple months ago for people who were like following me and was really getting to know me personally. And I just kind of dropped off, right? I just kind of dropped off a 40 Entrepreneur Drive, ended up rebranding the channel into Fort Worth Entrepreneur. And first, I'll tell you why. Probably should have taken some notes or something, but like I said, this is very impromptu. Very impromptu. If anybody watches, it'll be a miracle. Um, One, because because the method. Yeah, I really should have taken notes. I've got a lot to cover. Why did I stop? What am I doing? Why the name change? I guess what else? So yeah, my name is Kenya, also known as 40. That was the nickname I gave myself. But when I started this channel back in 2018-19, the name was 40 Entrepreneur Drive. The purpose of the channel was to like document my life as a wannabe entrepreneur. That was the word, that was my buzzword that I liked throwing around because I was at a factory job. I was very unhappy. I had been there for decades. I had many complaints, and I had this goal to leave the factory. And eventually, like, I had a plan to transition out of that life and work for myself. And I had just turned 40 either that year or maybe the year before, something like that. And so like the concept was, starting over after 40. I am easily distracted. That is something that's also a thing for me. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to cover the chat, but I am going to cover, I can't do that. Yeah. I'm not going to cover the chat, but I'm going to cover the number thing. Because, like, if I know that somebody's watching me, I might act different or sound different. So I'm just going to cover that part up. Halo bang. Okay. I don't know what that means, but hey, how you doing? All right. There we go. If somebody speaks to me, I will speak back. But otherwise, I don't want to look at the number of how many people are watching because I don't want to get distracted. Okay. So who I am, you should already know who I am. If you don't know, I'm Kenya. I started this channel as an entrepreneur wanting to leave my factory job. Indonesia, hello from Indonesia. Bonsoir, hello. I stopped making videos on this channel because I was getting, for two reasons. All the business channels and all the entrepreneur channels that I wanted to be like, I wasn't like them. Like, they were actually making money. They were like, hey, I have my own courier service. I won't say that name, but he was a big follower, a big person I was following. You are my, I don't know what that means. But a lot of the people that I was following, that I was aspiring to be like, they were actually making money and I was not making money. I was talking about like concepts of entrepreneurship. I was talking about goals that I wanted for myself. Hey there. Eagles are the goat. And I made a lot of videos, and I look back and I see like people are still commenting on the videos. Some of them, I guess, were helpful, like how to have a PO box for your business, UPS versus United States Post Office, and different things like that. So I feel like I did make a positive impact with my channel, but eventually I dropped off and I stopped doing it because I never actually found a business that worked for me. Back in 2018, 19, and 20, I was doing eBay. I failed at it. I made a little money here and there, but it never took off. Like all the people that I was watching. What's this about? What's this live about? This is an update on this channel. I used to post stuff all the time. Like I was in it. And I haven't posted in like 5 years, 5 or 6 years. And I just dropped off. So this is kind of like an update and also telling people what I'm doing. So yeah, let me back up for those who don't know me. Maybe you just popping in, you just happen to see me. I worked at a place which will remain unnamed. I used to always say that. It was a factory job. After this library, right now you can go check some of the stuff. It was me basically complaining about my job because it was mandatory overtime. It was hard to get time off. It was physically demanding. It was mentally demanding. In a lot of ways, it was, what's the word? Not humiliating. I can't think of the word. It just made you less of a person. You didn't have a life. You couldn't have time with your family. You couldn't. You just couldn't do a lot of stuff. It was a well-paying job that I'm not going to name, but like they had tuition assistance to help you go to school, but you never got time off to go to school. Like you had so many hours of PTO, but unless they approved it, you couldn't take it off. It was a mess. It was physically demanding on my body because it was a factory job. And I mean, I got caught up in it because I came from a family of factory workers, and also it's hard to leave a job when you're making a lot of money. But I was very unhappy. I was depressed, anxiety, some stomach issues, some other physical issues, and what little mental issues that I had just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And they also have like therapy and so many hours of counseling and stuff that you can get. But when you get it, like it was a big deal. Like when you came back, you could tell people were talking about you. Oh, some people just take all kinds of time off, and oh, well, if I'm gonna just act like I'm crazy too, so I can get time off. Like it was a very toxic environment. Like you couldn't. It was a thing. So for those who used to follow me and know me and knew what I was going through, I won't give too many details, but I will say I'm no longer working there. I'm sorry for that. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm much more happier now. Yeah, I was making. I won't name the place, but I'll tell you this: I was making $35 an hour, and most people I know in their right state of mind is not going to walk away from a job paying $35 an hour. And I had been there for like 23 years. I had to go if I wanted to stay alive. If I wanted to stay alive, I had to make the choice to leave, and I did. And I mean, the circumstances that I left, there was so many things going on with me that I just wasn't able to stay there. I wasn't able to keep up mentally. I wasn't able to keep up physically. I was falling apart. It was making me. It was bad. So what am I doing now? Well, let me go through my little notes. Like I said, I did this. I got on this live stream as a whim because right now I have another channel based on what I'm doing. I'm very happy with it. It's very minuscule compared to making $35 an hour. And some people will be like, "Oh, that's nothing." It's nothing to you. It makes me happy. So why did I stop making videos on this channel? Because like I said, I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to have my own business. I was doing eBay, that didn't do well. I wanted to be a professional YouTuber, that didn't do well because the only people that were watching me were like people in my network. I was in all these sub networks and I was so busy watching them so that they could watch me and we're watching each other. It never really grew organically. And so my YouTube life just never took off the way it was supposed to. Um, IGTG. I don't know what that means. I get that. I totally get that. I'm not sure. But yeah, as a YouTuber doing my this channel and another channel, I was trying so hard. I was making videos, I was live streaming, I was editing, like I was putting a lot of money into it in effort with the like microphone and all that stuff. And it just wasn't working out for me. So a lot of people were asking like, well, how much money have you made yet? And what are you doing? And hey, entrepreneur, what is your business? And I just never got to that level where I was actually saying, hey, you know how all the viral videos go, I made $5,000 this week and you can too. And buy my course. Like I never wanted to do that. I never wanted to make courses. I just wanted to say, hey guys, this is what I've been doing. I put in my LLC. This was the process. I got my business, license. This was the process. I got my business line of credit, whatever. Like I was just trying to do it in a very humble and grassroots way. And I did a lot of that. If you look back over the channel, it's showing some of that, but it never got to the level of bling bling, ching ching, this is what I'm making. And so I started feeling like inauthentic. I started feeling like an imposter. And so I just said, you know what? When it gets to the point where whatever I'm trying to do is taking off, I'll come back on and I'll make videos. A week turned into a month turned into a year turned into, now it's 2024, about to be 2025. So what am I doing now? Let me see. Why did I stop and what am I doing? Oh, first of all, there's a name change. So I made the channel. The channel was named 40 Entrepreneur Drive. I had just turned 40. I wanted to be an entrepreneur and I had the drive to do so. Get it? Like I made it. Matter of fact, let me show you. I made this little sign for it. This is so unnecessary. This is so unnecessary, but like I had stickers and signs and t-shirts and stuff like this. You see how it looks like a street sign, but it's actually, it was about like, you know, starting over at 40, working for yourself and having the drive and motivation. Like I was trying to be creative with it, but I was making money. I was spending money to like boost the YouTubing and stuff. And it just, let's just call it an expensive hobby. That's what it ended up being, an expensive hobby. So I ended up changing the name to Fort Worth Entrepreneur, just because I was I wanted to take it in a different direction. I wanted to focus on, because I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. I live in Fort Worth, Texas. I said, you know what? Maybe the whole big business thing is not for me. Maybe I should focus on like what it takes to make it here in the city of Fort Worth. And I think once or twice I went down to the Small Business Administration. I think I did a live stream there. I think I just did a video like, hey, if you live in this area, this is where you would come to meet someone, make an appointment. They help you out with this, that, and the other. And it never took off. I just lost my confidence. I ended up losing my confidence because I wasn't making money. So that's why I stopped, and that's why I did the name change. I just felt more comfortable trying to rebrand, but I never kept up with it. So yeah. Without getting into too much details, mentally and physically, I was no longer able to work at the former job. I ended up going out on long-term disability, like permanent disability. I saw many, many different types of doctors, and through the process that I was supposed to go to, they said, yeah, you're not able to work. If you've got this, and you've been dealing with this that long, yeah, we recommend that you're not working. And so I went out on long-term disability through that job. Now, I don't think you can do that with just any job, but this particular organization, because I was invested in them for so long, because it was a union job, because of the way the job is set up, I had put in enough time to earn that eligibility to be offered the disability, because it was like multiple things that was wrong with me and are wrong with me. So yeah, I left that place. If I could write a book, if I could write a book on how toxic that place is, on probably some of the the way they do business. It's not illegal because it's on paper, but they make it look right. How am I trying to say it? They're doing wrong, but it's right on paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they're going by the book, that they constantly keep changing the words in the book, as long as they go by the book, they were doing right. But it was just a no-win situation. It was a no-win situation. I had so many safety issues that I would bring up that would not get settled. I had harassment issues. Uh-oh. What's going on? Now that's weird. Let me see. I ain't never seen this happen before. So now I'm just on repeat. Ain't this something? Well, I'm on repeat. I don't know why. I wish I could show you what's going on. It looks like I'm just repeating. That is crazy. I'm going to see if I can do a screen record and show this later on. This is crazy. Okay, I'm going to do a screen record. So I don't know if anybody is still watching me, but as of 10 seconds ago, It looks like I'm just repeating. I've never ever had this happen before on a live stream. Maybe it's just on my side. Maybe you can see it. Maybe the powers that be are like, oh, she's saying too much. Let's stop her. But that's really weird. That's really weird. And if I try to turn the camera around, it still repeats. That's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking regardless. I'm gonna keep talking, and then I'll watch the playback to see what happened. But it's kind of spooky. It's kind of spooky. Okay, I don't know if you can see me. I don't know if you can hear me. If anybody can hear the sound of my voice, let me know in the chat. If you're seeing a repeating face, let me know in the chat. It just looks like I'm moving my lips over the same 2 seconds. But anyways, yeah, I had to leave that environment because it was very toxic. There were safety issues that were not being taken care of. And I feel like my union was not representing me and they were not doing what they were supposed to be doing. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's just repeat. It just got me looking crazy. I'm going to start a poll. The poll question is this live repeating? It's like I'm in a freaking matrix right now. Is the live repeating for you, or can you hear me? And either say it's repeating, glitching, or I can hear and see you fine. Okay. So interesting. The live stream is still going. I'm at 17 minutes and 53 seconds. I got 7 people in the chat. I was able to put my poll question in there. Is this live stream repeating for you? Or I got a typo, but still. Or can you still hear me and see me? So we'll see what happens. In either case, I'm just gonna keep talking. Yeah, I ended up leaving that job. I am on long-term disability, and because I'm not able to work, I receive a small amount of money from my job that I earned. In the meantime, it's not as much as when I was working, and so I do need to do things to supplement my income, and I'm doing something that helps me out twofold. One, it helps my mental. 2, it helps some of my physical, and 3, it brings in a little extra money so that I can continue to pay my bills. What I'm doing now is I'm actually pet sitting. Yes, I am working with animals. I'm working with cats and dogs. That was actually my very, very first channel name. It was Cats, Dogs, and Harmony. Yeah, I'm still repeating. That is so crazy. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So yes, I'm a pet sitter and I'm a dog walker right now. And working with the animals is really good for my mental. when I am able to get hired for the dog walks, that helps me out as far as like staying active and not gaining a bunch of weight, which is what was happening with me. This is crazy. Why is it just repeating like this? And I don't have my computer with me, so I can't even. YouTube is like, I don't know if I got shadow banned or something or what. Interesting. I'm not sure what happened. How about this? I'm going to end the poll. And well, let's see. Yeah, now the screen is completely black. So I don't know. Should I continue to talk? Should I end the live stream? I mean, there's 3 people still in the room. So I guess somebody's watching, right? Or 2 people in the room now. Maybe I'm going to end the live stream and I'm going to come back on because that was weird.